Hello. And hello to you too. No, sir. No. Serafina. She loves the crystals. Come here, baby. Okay. So, I'm going, first let me introduce myself before I get ahead of myself. That was scary. So, hello, my name is Marley Piercy. Don't know if I should have given my last name, but I'm not doing any edits because why? I think it's important to show my flaws, just what makes me me, what makes me autistic. I am autistic. I'm 22 years old. I don't know why I have like this attitude, but it's just like kind of my masking, one of my masking personalities. But yeah, I just wanted to do a little energy collective reading. On this channel, I will be doing intuitive readings using some tarot, some wisdom cards and oracle cards, and cards that I've made myself. I'm very strong in my faith of God and Jesus, so I'm kind of like putting that in it as well. And so I'll be I've made like all cards out of like the Psalms. So somebody's up. If I'm called to use those in a reading, then I will. But today I'll be using the Cat Tarot and the Wisdom cards. I forgot who these are by, but these are just basically like I am cards, you know, kind of things. And then I'm going to read from this. Well, again, I get sidetracked because I try to summarize, but then I try to summarize in a lot of words. I'm sweating. It's okay, Merlin. Don't know what that was, but I also have ADHD. So my being autistic and also having ADHD, they get a lot of confusion, my dude. And people really don't understand how difficult and exhausting it is the way that I see everything, the way that I process the world. It doesn't matter if something's a good experience for me, it's still so draining because a lot of people think that autistic people are not empathic whatsoever, and I feel like I'm the most empathetic person to where it's very damaging to me. I'm so mindful that I don't move anywhere, and my ADHD knows exactly what I need to do, but it's the ADHD that I can't, like I just can't. So this is me doing something. I have so many special interests, but this channel is specifically for, but I will also be making WeedTube videos. So if you would like to follow me on there, if you're into cannabis and stuff, I will be sharing on WeedTube how it helps me with my anxiety, my depression, my autism, my PTSD, my ADHD. It literally helps everything. It helps my chronic pain. It helps my IBS that is so bad that if I don't, then I realize how bad my IBS was before I found cannabis. So, yeah, so if you would like to be educated on that, also on my YouTube channel, I'll be doing like all kinds of my special interests. I'm into fashion, makeup, singing, cannabis, anything spiritual. I love cats. I have my cat. I love animals. I'm a bird watcher. And yeah, if you have any questions about autism or autistic people, or feel free to ask me. But this channel is for me to help you guys, to share my messages, to share my truth, to share what I know, and just to spread love, because that's exactly what we need right now. And also, Black Lives Matter, and if you don't think so, or you don't think that people of color deserve the exact same rights as you, and don't deserve to be murdered in the streets, or if you think, I hope I worded that correctly, if you think that Black people do deserve to be murdered in the streets, bye. I don't want to do any readings for you, because that's not the wave we're on over here. We're just not. Fight for love. My friend made me this. Okay? Okay. So support the Black communities. Okay? Support all people of color. On this channel, we will not be racist, we will not be homophobic, we will not be transphobic, we will not slander disabled or autistic people. Okay? Thank you. So, before we get started, I will have a prayer from this. I found one. Okay, this is the one that I wanted to do, I think. Okay, for vision. O Lord, grant that my thoughts may not be bounded by what my eyes can see in the immediate present. Give me grace to discern spiritual things. Make me able to look through the outward forms to the spirit within. Give me largeness of vision, that I may not be absorbed in the petty details of this life, but may see the ideal and strive to reach it. Perfection dwells beyond this world. If I can see that it exists, I shall struggle toward it. Let me not lose the vision, nor may mar it by doubts of its final attainment. For Jesus' sake, amen. Sorry that prayer got a little rocky for me I thought I saw a typo. I don't know what I was reading. Sometimes reading is hard for me, so just be patient. Also, I'm not organized whatsoever. If I'm too flip-flop, applesauce, karate chop, just not making any sense to you, I also curse a lot. Sorry, Jesus, I will. Okay, okay, okay. That's my one of my things. One of my flaws is that I curse up a storm for no reason. I think some of it's just it's a stem. It's a vocal stem for me. Curse words are a vocal stem. They feel good. They feel good to say. And that's okay. That is okay. As long as you're not using them to hurt anybody or slander anybody. Like, that's not okay, Bill. Okay? So, we're gonna get started. I'll start with these wisdom cards. Yeah, if I'm not professional enough with you, then just click off. It's okay. No need to say anything. Also, if you don't believe I'm autistic, I don't care. I am, and just so you know, autistic people are not what you think they are, and don't tell me I don't look autistic, because that's insulting. Each person is part of the harmonious whole. I choose to believe that everyone is always helpful. Therefore, wherever I go in life, people are there to help me. That's a really good thing to remember. It's a hard thing to remember. But I always like to see the good in people, but now I feel like I'm always seeing the bad. So I think as a Libra, I'm trying to balance myself back out. I'm a Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Scorpio Rising is Scorpio Venus. I always have a choice. I choose to believe that it is easy to change a thought or a pattern. Exactly. If you don't like the way somebody's treating you, if you don't like certain things in your life and nobody else can change it, or the people in your life won't change those behaviors, you have to change your behavior of not allowing that, of not allowing people to treat you less than how you deserve to be treated. Let's see what's in the energy right now. What's in the general energy? I'm not really doing signs right now. I think I will start doing signs, but right now I'm just doing like general collective energy. This deck is pretty big for my hands. I have really small hands, so I'm just gonna actually cut it and then. Okay, so first we have Temperance, Major Arcana, and the Hierophant, Major Arcana. Okay, so then I have the Three of Wands, I think. Three of maybe Swords. Sorry, it's taking me a second to find this. Five of Swords. It's not the Three of Swords, sorry. That's why I couldn't find it. And then the High Priestess. But she came out reversed. So, that's what that's about. So far, 3 major arcana. And I'm just gonna do 2 rows. So the Temperance is all about patience. The Hierophant is usually about a commitment. Pentacles energy. I think that's the 10 of Pentacles. You know what? I'm actually gonna read these first. So the Temperance. Temperance reminds us that nothing is more satisfying than exercising self-restraint, except perhaps where fish are concerned. Moderation in all things, even seafood. The water is outside of the bowl. The water in and outside of the bowl represents the spotless satisfaction that results from balanced behavior. The rays represent angelic and equanimity. Go with the flow, not the trickle, not the flood. Patience can get results. Exactly. So I think a lot of us are needing this Temperance energy right now, especially me. I mean, I just want to be on my own. That's all I want. I just want to be on my own and start my own life. But I need to have patience. I need to have patience. I need to work on it. I need to believe that God has my back, and God will bring it all in divine timing and when I'm prepared. Now, the Hierophant. This card represents conformity, both good and bad. The Hierophant, or High Priest, is associated with Odin, the one-eyed god of wisdom and prophecy, and his raven companions. This wise elder always follows the rules, sometimes he even makes them. But what about the rules that are meant to be broken? The counters meant to be jumped on, the upholstery meant to be clawed. Sometimes it's okay to turn a blind eye. Okay, so I feel like this could be either also, please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If something doesn't feel like it fits for you, then it's not for you. Only take what resonates. Since this is a collective energy spread, it's not going to be like a personal. But I will start doing personals, but just let me know if you guys even enjoy this. And I want to get like, a following first before I start just assuming that people want to buy readings from me. I want feedback first. But this is a black kitty, so cute. But yeah, the Hierophant reminds me of just kind of my energy, where I basically have so much control over myself. I make all these rules for myself. I'm very wise, but not wise in the ability to take action. I'm wise so much up here. I'm very, very smart, but this good and bad conforming to my own restrictions to myself, because it doesn't scare me. It's comfortable. But that's also bad, because it's time to take action. It's not time to turn a blind eye anymore. And I think this is also in reference to the Black Lives Matter and the George Floyd, what happened to him, and what continues to happen to so many Black people. And I've heard some people say, why should I do anything? It doesn't even have anything to do with me. What do you mean? I think my soul aches to help people, and I just don't understand when that's not the case for everybody. That it's not the case for everybody, that they don't see Black people as their equal. I don't understand that. I don't understand how you can look at somebody that has a different skin tone and just think that they're scum. No. That, you have a choice to think that way, and you choose to think that way. You choose to be racist. And so we ain't turning a blind eye to that anymore, because our brothers and sisters are dying, and it's not stopping. We have to stand up. And I think we need patience, though, because changing this world to be a world where it's completely safe for Black people and people of color, that's going to take a lot of work, and it is our responsibility as white people, and having this privilege. And I say that because I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. I don't understand it. It just baffles me, and some people are just so ignorant that they don't even realize how they're being, or maybe they do, but they have God to answer to. But they'll have us to answer to too, because we will, I believe in my generation, the strongest, to end this and create world peace that we all want. And the ones that don't want it, they will be taken out, because they're not upright in heart. They don't know what it is to love others unconditionally. And I try my damn hardest to love others unconditionally. And if there is anything ever that I could do to help somebody, I would do it. So this is a very important energy, very strong energy, and that's why I feel it so deeply as well. The Five of Swords. Surrender doesn't mean relax. It means defeat and loss. Your position at the forefront seems larger seemingly larger and more powerful than the cats behind you, speaks to the growth and healing you've achieved. That said, you can't ignore that backs are turned. There's discord here, too. You may be holding on to bad habits, doubts, and fears. If you can let go and compromise a little, even more progress lies ahead. It won't be easy, but the distraction and conflict can be resolved. Exactly. This can be resolved. The racism in this world, the police brutality against our brothers and sisters is going to come to an end. And I don't know how long that's going to take, but we're stronger together. We are all stronger together. And this even I relate back to me and keeping myself in my own jail in my head, dimming myself down to make others feel more comfortable. But it's like, I can't go back to this old way of thinking about myself. I can't go back to that. The High Priestess in reverse. Now I love this card. She so reminds me of my cousin Clea. And so hey Clea, if you're watching this, I'll text it to you. But yeah. Oh, distracted. Ew. This card is a reminder that plans don't bear fruit unless you do the work to carry them out. Wishing is good, action is better. I can't make this shit up, guys. I can't make it up. Say, oh, he. I can't make it up, bitch. I can't make it up. I was literally saying that my ADHD is basically where I know exactly what I have to do. I'm yearning to do it, but I just can't get myself to do it. Action is better than just planning. And then the Ten of Pentacles, I'm pretty sure. It's the Nine of Pentacles. Peace and satisfaction abound. Is it possible you have everything you've ever dreamed of? Your diligence means your rewards are great and many. Treats at your feet. A fine feathered friend just a swipe away. Your right to feel secure and take pride in your accomplishments. All your discipline is bringing you even greater success than you dared hope. Exactly. This card is about leaving the past behind, leaving those old toxic ways of holding yourself back, or just being silent against what is going on in the world right now. And yeah, but this is saying you leave it behind, you take that action, you have patience with yourself as well. I'm seeing that. And yeah, your shit's looking fire. What else? Lord Jesus, what else? Also, let me know if you guys would be interested in me making a video on this. But I'm really, well, I spend a lot of time researching and taking notes on different religions, and right now I'm actually in my own, which is Christianity. And although I don't really consider myself as much of a religious person as I am a spiritual person, I still love to study the Word of God, and I think it's important to educate yourself on all sorts of religions if you're, it's just very interesting to me. Yeah, and also you can see it actually how pretty similar they all are, and I think that's important too. What else? Okay, Ace of Cups. Oh, I love that card. Yeah, bitch is looking, shit is looking good. Sorry. Okay, can I stop sticking out my tongue? I didn't even do it right. That was way worse than Debbie Ryan. Oh my god. Okay, the Ace of Cups is the very gift of life. The water representing how we are connected to everything around us, with the greatest abundance symbolizing that of the ocean. The ace always brings us the representative element in its purest form. Your bowl spilleth over. New beginnings take center stage, and while this can serve you just as well in your day-to-day life, its true calling is in matters of the heart. The water lilies in the background symbolize good things coming from dark growth. Think good thoughts, big love, healing, and spiritual growth. Exactly. This is a dark time. And I can't even imagine what it's like being a Black person. And I will never know what it's like. And you can't tell me that as a white person, you face the same discrimination as Black people. We don't. I don't even, I've been so underexposed that I'm being shocked and baffled when I hear that people are actually showing these racist sides to them. And I'm just like, oh, so that's what you think. That's what you think, really? Well. And you're wrong. Thank you, goodbye. I don't understand. I don't know. These shorts are hurting my cooch. Oh yeah, I also wanted to say that this card reminded me of the harmonious whole, of that each person is interconnected together, and that it is very important how we affect each other. It is, actions have consequences, words have consequences. Don't ever, that's why I'm so mindful of what I say, how I am around people, because I know that certain things that people said, not thinking, not giving a shit what they said to me, thinking I would forget about it my whole life. I'm never gonna forget. There's shit I'm going to the grave with that my own parents have said to me. Sorry, Mom and Dad, if you're watching this. I live with them. I love them, but if y'all have experience with trauma bonds with people, I have very deep trauma bonds with both of them, and yeah. Knight of Swords. Jokey job, belly. Okay. The Knight of Swords rather dramatically wants to know, are you the hunter or the game? If you're the hunter, now's the time to pounce. Whatever it is you're contemplating, chasing after, go for it. But don't be completely impulsive, for thought and strategy are still your friends. An intense circumstance may arise, but you're ready for it. Just make sure you're not rebelling or being dramatic for all the wrong reasons. Check your motives. Exactly. Check your motives too. Be very mindful of, are you trying to play games with people? Are you doing back to them what they do back to you? Because that's not going to attract better energy to you. That's not going to attract people to you that are going to treat you the way you deserve. And that's what I got to remind myself also, especially with dealing with my parents, is I have to refrain, even though it hurts so much that I want to hurt them in the way that they hurt me. It's not worth it. A lot of times it's not. So just keep yourself grounded. And one more card, please, Lord. One more card, please. Okay. The Moon. At night, we do our best work, dream, recharge, or run madly around the room knocking things over. Night is when you see most clearly your wishes, your desires, yourself. Pay no mind to the little dogs that would get in your way. Those little dogs. They may create anxiety or uncertainty, but they're nothing more than pests. The crayfish represents the ego, hard-shelled and stubborn, which may also be unearthed in dreams. Follow your intuition. Push through these fearful illusions, and you'll always make it home by morning. Exactly. This is also about getting out of the illusions in your head, but also being patient with that process, because it's not overnight that you're gonna just ditch all your bad habits, all your toxic thought processes about yourself or others, or just relationships, family members. I don't have that great of a view of my family at the moment. And that makes me really sad, because also I feel like a lot of my friends that have been friends with me for my life, they don't see that side of my parents, or their parents are just like that and they're used to it and they put up with it. I can't. I'm autistic. I can't do it. My life is hard enough. My life is confusing and difficult enough and exhausting enough being autistic, living in a neurotypical world. So yeah, but that's pretty much what I have. It pretty much all went so good together. That makes me so happy. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was 40 minutes, a little long, but mine are pretty long. So, bye-bye. See you later.